The Galactic Assembly Chamber was a huge round room. It was built on a moon that orbited a giant gas planet in the center of the galaxy. The walls were smooth and white. A soft blue light filled the space. Representatives from many alien worlds sat in rows that curved around the room. Each one had their own seat, marked by their homeworld symbol. Some had scales, some had fur, and others looked like walking plants. They spoke in many languages, but machines helped them understand each other. For years, the Galactic Assembly had talked about Earth. Some said the humans were too new. Others believed they were dangerous. Most thought they were just quiet and unimportant. Earth had not joined any wars. They had not asked for help. They had not tried to make allies. They just watched today. That was going to change. The large doors at the back of the chamber opened. A signal light turned blue, which meant a new delegation was entering. The room got quiet. Everyone turned to look. 4 humans walked into the chamber. They wore simple, dark uniforms. There were 2 men and 2 women. Their steps were steady. They did not look scared. They did not look proud either. They just walked forward. Their faces were calm. One of the men stepped up onto the central platform. He was tall and had short brown hair. His voice was quiet but clear. "We come from Earth," he said. The room was silent for a moment. Then the machines translated his words. To every language, many of the alien leaders looked surprised. Some smiled, a few whispered to each other. The man on the platform said his name was Alex. He said Earth wanted to join the Galactic Assembly. He said Earth wanted peace and was ready to follow the rules. Another human, a woman named Laura, stood beside him. She said that Earth had listened for a long time. They had learnt. They wanted to be part of something bigger. One of the other leaders stood up. He was tall and had green scales all over his body. He was from a powerful race called the Serati. He laughed and spoke loudly. "What can you give us, humans? You have no great fleets. You have no power. Why should we listen to you?" Laura looked at him and did not smile. She said, "We bring silence." The room was confused. What did she mean? The translator repeated her words. Silence. It made the room even quieter. Alex spoke again. "For years, we said nothing. We did not ask for anything. We did not threaten anyone. We only watched and listened. Now we are ready to speak." Some of the leaders nodded. Some looked unsure. Others still looked bored. The meeting ended after that. The humans bowed slightly and walked out the same way they came in. They did not shout. They did not brag. They had said what they needed to say. After the meeting, the aliens talked. Some made jokes. Others felt curious. But a few felt something strange. They had seen something in the eyes of the humans. A quiet strength, a kind of control, the kind that came from deep thinking and careful choices. Back on their ship, the humans sat together. They spoke in low voices. "How do you think it went?" one of them asked. Alex answered, "It went how it needed to." They looked out at the stars. Earth had come a long way. They had built ships that could travel across space. They had solved many problems at home. And now they were stepping into a new world. The galaxy did not yet understand Earth, but they would. Time would show them. The humans were not afraid. They were ready. The day after the humans left the chamber, the Galactic Assembly was busy. Delegates talked about Earth in every corner. Some still laughed. Others were silent. A few leaders started looking into Earth's past. They wanted to know more. What had the humans really done all these years? A team from the Martok coalition sent small spy drones to the edge of the Sol system. They wanted to see Earth's power, but the drones vanished. No signal returned, not a single picture. The Martok leaders were confused. Their technology was good. No one had ever stopped their drones before. Next, the Varn Empire sent a trade ship to Earth. It had gifts and requests for trade. The humans welcomed the ship. They showed the Varn crew some cities and some farms. It all looked peaceful. The ship left after a few days. When the Varn leaders saw the report, they noticed something strange. The data was old. It showed only parts of Earth. It showed nothing about new technology. Nothing about the military. The Varn leader frowned. It was like the humans had shown only what they wanted seen. At the next meeting, the council was full. The air felt different. Delegates waited for the humans to return, but they did not come. Instead, Earth sent a short message. It was simple, a file. The file had a video. In the video, space stations floated above Earth. They were building ships. Big ships. Silent engines glowed in the dark. Rings of energy moved slowly around Earth's orbit. There were clean power plants on the ground. There were cities with no smoke, no waste. The humans had made progress. Quietly, some leaders gasped. Others stared without speaking. Earth had done all this without asking for help. Without showing off. One of the oldest council members, a being with skin like glass, whispered to no one in particular. They watched. They listened. They waited. And now they are ready. The Sarati leader was angry. He said the video was a lie. He said the humans were hiding something. But many in the room had doubts now. The humans had done something rare. They had shown strength without showing power. Back on Earth's ship, the 4 human delegates sat in silence. The ship moved slowly near a moon not far from the assembly. Inside, they watched the council's reaction. Laura spoke. They see now. A part of it at least. Alex nodded. We are not here to scare them. We are here to change the way they think. The others agreed. For years, Earth had studied the council. They saw how some worlds used fear. Others used money. A few used lies. Earth had chosen a different way. They would use silence, calm words, careful action. They had trained for this. Each delegate had studied alien cultures. They had learned how to speak without shouting, how to lead without force. Soon, a message came from the assembly. A request for Earth to attend a private meeting. Only the High Council would be there. Just 7 members. The message was polite. It did not hide the fact that the Council now saw Earth as a mystery. The humans agreed. Inside the private chamber, the High Council waited. The room was smaller but still grand. The humans entered quietly, just as before. The council leader, a short being with silver eyes, spoke first. Your world has grown in silence. Why? Alex replied. Because silence is not weakness. It is strength with purpose. We did not rush. We learned. Another council member asked, why now? Why speak now? Laura answered, because we are ready. Because the galaxy is changing, and we want to help shape what comes next. The council members listened. They did not speak for a while. Finally, the one from the cold world of Thera asked, will you fight if called to? Alex said, we do not want war, but we will protect what must be protected. The room was silent again. Then the leader of the High Council gave a slow nod. Earth may not be what we expected, she said, But perhaps that is what we need. The meeting ended. The humans walked out. News of the meeting spread. No one knew what was said, but they knew something had changed. Earth was no longer just a new world. It was a quiet voice with weight. On their ship, the humans looked out at the stars. They had taken another step. The galaxy was watching. They were ready. 2 weeks passed after the meeting with the High Council. In those days, many ships from different worlds flew near Earth's space. Some wanted to trade, some wanted to spy, others just wanted to see what Earth really was. Earth said nothing. They did not open their space. They did not close it either. Their defense systems were active, but quiet. No ship was harmed. No ship was welcomed. The council waited. The leaders of many worlds waited. Then something happened. A small mining colony near Jupiter sent a distress call. The message was clear. A group of ships from a world allied with the Serati had entered the area. They said the colony now belonged to them. The miners were not armed. They had no way to fight. The message reached Earth in seconds. Within 1 hour, a single ship left Earth orbit. It moved fast. It reached the colony in a short time. The invading ships saw the human ship arrive. It was not large. It did not show weapons, but it came straight at them. The lead alien captain sent a warning. This colony is ours now. Go back. The human ship sent one message in return. This is Earth space. You must leave. The aliens laughed. They had more ships. They had more weapons. But before they could act, something happened. The human ship sent a signal. At once, every system on the alien ships went dark. Their engines stopped. Their screens went blank. Their weapons powered down. No sound, no lights. The human ship sent another message. You are still alive. You can still leave. Do so now. The alien ships turned back. They did not fight. They did not speak. They just left. The miners cheered. They sent a thank you message to Earth. The human ship stayed for a day, then went home. News of the event spread quickly. Some said it was a trick. Others said it was a warning. The Serati said nothing. The Serati leader was not seen at the next council meeting. At the next full session, the council room was quiet. Delegates looked at each other. No one mocked. Earth now. No one asked if they were weak. The humans entered the room. They walked with the same calm steps, the same quiet faces. Alex spoke first. We did not attack. We did not destroy. We stopped a wrong act, Laura added. We could have done more, but we chose not to. We hope that means something. One delegate stood. He came from a world known for war. He looked at the humans. Why did you not show your full power before? Why hide, Alex? Replied, because true strength does not need to shout. It only needs to act when the time is right. Another delegate asked, are there more ships like that one? Laura said, there are, but we hope we never need to use them. The room stayed silent. No one laughed. No one joked. Outside the chamber, 2 younger delegates from smaller worlds talked in whispers. One said, they came with calm words, but they hold real power. The other replied, they are not like the others. They did not rise with war. They rose, with quiet back on the Earth ship. The delegates watched the stars again. We are no longer unknown, Alex said. Laura nodded. But we are still unexpected. That is what gives us space to lead, said the third delegate, a man with short black hair. They were right. In a galaxy full of noise, Earth had entered with silence. Now, the others were listening. A message came from the High Council. It was a request. The Council wanted Earth to send a full report. They wanted to know how Earth had built so much in secret, how they had learned so much, how they had made ships that could stop whole fleets without firing a shot. The humans replied with one line: "We watched, we learned, we planned," and that was all they sent. The galaxy had watched Earth arrive. Then they watched Earth act. Now they waited to see what Earth would do next. Earth had become the center of talk across the galaxy. Some feared it, some respected it. Many were still unsure, but no one ignored Earth now. The story of the mining colony had changed everything. People now knew that Earth could act fast and with skill. And still, Earth had not used full force in the weeks that followed. More worlds tried to speak with Earth. Some asked to visit. Some asked for help. Others offered trade. Earth accepted a few requests, but refused most. When they accepted, they sent small teams. These teams answered questions, but only a few. They were friendly, but careful. Earth gave little and asked even less. The High Council invited Earth again. This time, they wanted Earth to speak in a closed meeting with only the leaders of the main powers. 7 worlds sat in that circle. Each one ruled over many others. Earth was new, but it had been called to sit beside them. Alex, Laura, and the other 2 delegates came on time. They entered the room the same way they always did, quiet and calm. They took their seats and waited. The leader of the Serati spoke first. He looked at Alex with cold eyes. "You sent a ship to our border last cycle." "Why?" Alex answered. "It was not near your world. It was near our colony. We sent it to protect our people. No weapons were fired. No harm was done." Another leader from the ocean world of Lurian leaned forward. "Your ship used a type of signal we have never seen. It stopped the other ships completely. How is this possible?" Laura replied, "It is based on physics. It works by sending pulses to key systems. It does no damage." The Lurian leader asked, "Will you share this with us?" Laura looked at Alex. Then she answered, "Not now. Maybe one day." The leaders did not like that answer, but none of them spoke against it. They knew now that Earth did not bluff. If they said no, they meant it. Another voice came from the far end of the room. It was the leader from a small but wise world known for its science. "You built all this in silence. You learned much without asking." "How did you do it?" Alex said. "We listened. We watched. We made mistakes. Then we corrected them. We were not busy with wars or empire, so we used our time to grow." The room was quiet. One of the oldest leaders finally spoke. "What is it that you want, Earth?" Laura answered, "A place in the council, a voice in the future, peace and respect. Nothing more, nothing less." No one argued. The silence said more than words. When the meeting ended, the humans left as they had come, still and quiet. Outside, news of the private meeting spread fast. It was clear now that Earth would soon have a seat in the council. Some cheered, others worried, but everyone understood one thing: Earth was here to stay. On their ship, the human team met to talk. "They are still testing us," said one of the delegates. "Let them," Alex said. "We will not be forced to move faster than we are ready." Laura added, "They will respect our steps because we take them with care." That same day, a message came from the council. It was not a test. It was an offer. They wanted Earth to send one of its ships on a joint mission with other council members. A mission of peace. The mission would go to a world where a civil conflict had begun. The council hoped Earth's calm way would help bring peace. Earth agreed. They sent a ship with a new crew. This ship joined others from 5 council worlds. They flew together to the troubled planet. The planet was in chaos. 2 groups were fighting over land and power. Each side had weapons. Each side had allies. The council had failed to stop the fight before. Now, they hoped the human way might change that. The Earth crew met with both sides. They did not take sides. They listened more than they talked. They asked questions. They waited. Soon, both sides began to speak to each other, slowly, with care. After many days, a ceasefire was signed. No shots were fired by Earth. No threats were made. The other council ships watched in quiet respect. When the mission ended, the council praised Earth. They had done what many could not, and they had done it with simple words and clear action. Back at the assembly, a new vote was planned. The vote was to give Earth a full seat on the council. Some still did not trust Earth. They said it was too soon. They said Earth still held too many secrets. But others said something different. One delegate said, "They use power like it is fire. They keep it covered unless it is needed." Another said, "They do not speak to impress. They speak to bring peace." In the end, the vote was clear. Earth was to be given a seat. The next day, the humans entered the chamber. Every delegate stood up as they passed. No one spoke, but the meaning was clear. Respect, Earth took its seat. The day Earth took its seat on the council, the chamber was full. Delegates from every world were there. No one was late. No one spoke. They all waited. The humans walked into the chamber as they always had. Calm, silent. Their faces showed no pride, no fear. Just focus. Alex led the group. Laura walked beside him. The other 2 followed. They moved to the front, where a new seat had been placed. It had Earth's symbol on it, a blue and green circle, simple, like their words. The council leader stood. She looked at Alex. Earth, you have been given a voice in this chamber. Will you speak with care and purpose? Alex nodded. We will. Laura added. We are here to listen, to speak when needed, and to act only when right. The council leader stepped back. Earth was now part of the ruling voice of the galaxy. After the meeting, many came to speak with the humans. Some brought questions, some brought thanks. Some only wanted to look at them, as if seeing Earth made them understand something new. That night, back on the Earth ship, the team sat together. We are part of something big now, said the youngest delegate. Alex replied, we always were. Now the others can see it, Laura said. This is not the end. It is just the first step, far from the council, on a planet that had not spoken to Earth before. Something strange happened. A message came from a hidden station. It warned of a new threat. A group of old enemies, long, silent, were rising again. They had weapons and ships. They wanted control. The message reached the council. Fear spread fast. The enemies were strong. They had attacked in the past. Many had fallen to them. Now they were moving again. The council called a meeting. All members came. The question was simple. What should they do? Some wanted to wait. Some wanted to strike first. Others were afraid to act at all. Then Earth spoke. Alex stood. We have seen fear. We have lived through it. But fear alone cannot guide us. He paused. We must not attack unless there is no other way. But we must also not stand still. We need to prepare. Laura added, we offer help. We will not lead this alone. But we will not step back either. The council listened. Then they voted. The decision was to act. Together, ships were sent. Not for war, but to watch, to learn, to show presence. Earth sent 3 ships. They were quiet and fast. They moved with care. On one of the Earth's ships, a captain named Ben sat at the command. He watched the stars. His crew waited. They knew their job. They were not there to fight. They were there to protect. One day, while watching a border system, they saw movement. Strange ships entered the area. Not many, but enough to raise concern. Ben sent a signal. This is Earth Patrol. You are entering watched space. Please state. Your reason? No answer came. He waited. Still nothing. He sent the message again. This time, the ships turned and left. No shots fired. No words spoken. Back at the council, the report was shared. The enemies are testing us, said one delegate. Earth is ready, another replied. Slowly, the council began to trust Earth more. Not just for power, but for balance. Weeks passed. The threat did not grow. It also did not go away. But the galaxy had changed. The council had grown stronger, more united because of Earth. In time, a new name was given to Earth's way. Some called it the quiet path. Others called it the calm strength. The humans did not care for names. They kept doing what they always had. They watched. They listened. They acted with purpose. In one last full meeting of the year, the council leader spoke. There was once a time when Earth was unknown. Then they came in silence, and silence followed. But not the silence of fear, the silence of respect. Alex stood. He looked round the chamber. We came not to lead. We came not to follow. We came to build something better, together, and with those words, the meeting ended. The chamber was still. The stars outside shined, and Earth, once quiet and far, now stood at the center of a galaxy, ready to listen. Asterisk, months passed. Earth was now a strong voice in the council. The delegates still spoke little, but when they did, others listened. The galaxy was no longer the same. Many worlds had changed how they acted. Even old powers started to follow Earth's way. But peace is never simple. Trouble does not sleep forever. A message came to the council. It came from deep space, from a system that had no name on most maps. The message was broken. The voice was weak. But the warning was clear. They are coming. They are not like us. They do not speak. They do not stop. Then the signal ended. The council called an emergency meeting. The chamber was full within hours. Many looked worried. Some looked afraid. A few said nothing at all. The message had come from a world once visited by explorers. It was far and quiet. Now something had found it. And whatever it was moving fast. The council had seen war before, but this felt different. Alex stood. His voice was calm. We do not know what this is, but we know fear, and we know how to face it. Laura added, we must go and see, not to fight, to understand. Others agreed. A team was formed. It had ships from Earth, the Serati, Lurian, and 3 other worlds. They left within a day. The trip was long. The stars grew dim as they moved away from the known galaxy. Soon they reached the system where the message had come from. What they saw there changed everything. The planet was gone. Only dust remained. Large dark shapes moved in space. They looked like ships, but not built by hands. They had no lights, no windows, just dark metal and slow motion. The team sent a message. No answer. They tried again. Nothing. Then one of the dark shapes turned. It did not send words. It sent a wave. The wave hit one of the council ships. Its systems crashed. Lights went out. Engines stopped. Alex gave the order. Pull back. The ships moved away. Fast. But the dark shapes did not follow. Back at the council, the news hit hard. A force with no voice. No reason, just destruction. The council talked for hours. Some wanted to hide. Some wanted to run. Some wanted to fight right away. Earth spoke. Last, Alex said, we saw what they can do. We must prepare, not with panic. With care, Laura added, we do not strike first. But we will not fall second. The council agreed to build a defense plan, not just with weapons, but with shared knowledge. For the first time, many worlds worked as one. Earth helped lead the plan. They shared ways to protect systems. They taught how to build walls of signal and energy. They gave ideas, not orders. Some worlds worked faster than others. Some feared more. But slowly, the galaxy changed again. Small teams were sent to watch the dark shapes. They learned little, but one thing became clear. These things did not move. Without reason, they searched. They followed heat and energy. They found life and ended it. The council made a choice. To hide was no longer a way to live. They had to stand. A line of defense was made. Ships from every world took places across the edge of the known stars. Earth sent 5 ships. Each one carried peace as a goal, but strength as a shield. Then the dark shapes began to move. They came slow, but without stop, straight toward the edge, toward the council worlds. The ships waited. The sky was quiet. Then the dark came. The first wave of the enemy hit the line. The council ships held firm. Signals were blocked. Engines were pushed to the limit. But the ships stayed. Earth's lead ship, the Hopeful, stood in the center. It sent out a signal, not of war, but of warning. Turn back. There is nothing for you here. There was no answer. The enemy pushed again. One ship from a small world broke and fell. The others closed in around it. Hopeful released a new kind of pulse. It was built in secret, tested only once. It did not destroy. It stopped energy. It made the dark ships slow. The enemy paused. For the first time, they did not move. The other ships acted. They used the time to form a new wall. Together, the enemy pulled back. Not far, but enough. The battle stopped. For now, the council cheered, but Earth did not. Alex said, "This is not a win. This is a moment," Laura added. "We showed we can stand. Now we must show we can last." More meetings followed, more plans, but something had changed. Earth had not just earned a seat, it had helped save many lives. And it had done so with thought, not fear. The stars still held danger. But now they also held hope. And in the chamber of the council, silence was no longer just quiet. It was a sign of strength. Earth had come with silence. Now the galaxy listened with care.